And welcome back to the Cardinals franchise, where today our 6-1 Cards will be taking on the 4-4 Cleveland Browns. If you weren't here for the end of last episode, if you skipped out early, then you might have missed a couple things. One, we had a player of the week with Budda Baker. He had 2 pick sixes as well as 5 tackles. On the other side, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, Myles Garrett, who had 8 tackles, 3 sacks. We are obviously playing against the Cleveland Browns, and I had a little icon thing above me that I went into. Basically, it was just saying Myles Garrett is good, which we all know. But it also said he's going to be starting this game off with his X Factor already activated. So we need to plan smartly around him, and let's see if we're able to do that by jumping on in to this Browns Cards game, where hopefully we can continue a solid win streak. Let's get this battle underway. We'll be returning the opening kickoff. Collins set back. We'll catch him. He's actually going to take this out. He's been a solid returner for us this year, but starting this time at the 22. Now let's open this game off again. Myles Garrett does already have his X Factor, so we're going to try to get around him as quickly as we can, and better block there would have been more helpful. Instead, we end up not getting much, so actually, we don't get anything. It was a loss of 2. Set up this receiver screen, get some decent blocks. Try to get to the outside, but a good stop on the edge there. Number 20 forces us back in, and they bring him down. After that gain of 7, Garrett still has that X Factor, so need to be cautious of him on this drive, or on this down. And why did you start to angle up, Marshall? If he stayed flat, we could have had a first down, but instead, we'll need to punt this one away with Jake Bailey. And following a pretty solid return from Pettis, the Browns will be starting at the 38. Shotgun set. Watson will hand this one off. Chubb down the middle. And he'll get forward for about a gain of 5. Actually, a gain of 4. And they have a couple different weapons here on offense. Obviously, Watson and Chubb. They do have an X Factor. I think X Factor, maybe Superstar. But doesn't matter here. Gardick with the sack, fumble, scoop, and the dive is a score. Gardick starting us off hot on defense. That is back-to-back sack fumbles to start games. I like it. And maybe after last week's game where we totaled, I believe, 4 to 5 sacks, maybe this D-line has their swagger back. We'll see if that continues throughout this game. Collins will come in, but Gardick gets there first, bringing down Watson on the short scramble. Definitely something we need to keep our eye out on. Number 1 priority, though, is to make him be one-dimensional. That means taking away Chubb. Quick pass dropped in Njoku. Nick Hale, the safety, came crashing in on that to help force the breakup. Be 3rd and 8, trips to this left-hand side. We have a couple different options. They go underneath, and not even a catch because that foot was out of bounds. They'll punt this one away. So we'll take over on offense. Is this the first time second time we've been out there. The defense outscoring the offense, so offense needs to change that. Hubbard, solid gain of 6 on his first carry. And just like that, Myles Garrett X Factor is over. So we were able to handle that pretty well. But there's the sack fumble, and Jenkins falls over. Luckily, Hubbard gets back there. So as soon as we get Myles Garrett out of his X Factor, he makes the big play. And with 3rd and 21, not a whole lot of options that we have here besides just chucking it. So let's try to set that up. See what we have, and how about Rondale Moore? Can he get over the top? No, it's going to turn into an arm punt. Kyler Murray intercepted by number 43, Johnson. We had him open, but just didn't have time to get out there, I guess. Or honestly, it was just not a great throw. Maybe a little bit more to the outside, lead him to the open territory. Nice swat down there. On 2nd and 10. They'll come out. Twins to the right-hand side, one to the left. Chubb in the backfield will be a handoff. Collins in pursuit. Will drag him down at about the line of scrimmage. Bringing up another 3rd and 10. Defense looks like they might have come to play today. Starting off hot. Send the double A gap blitz. Gardick off the edge and will hit home. 2 sacks to start his day. Nice job from Gardick, and that'll be another punt forced. And following a holding on the punt return, we'll be starting back at the 17. Come out empty set, gonna send Young in motion to the opposite side of where Garrett is. We have a bit of an edge. Got ourselves a bit of a first down too, gain of about, what, 15, 20 yards? Now we'll go back to the spread look. We're gonna have 4 over to that right-hand side. Try to set up this receiver screen, and Garrett crashes pretty quickly, as well as number 6. We'll get forward for a gain of 4. Trying to come up with a couple different ways to spread the ball out and get the ball out quickly. I believe that's pretty much the game plan here against Garrett. How about a draw down the middle? 98 shows a little bit of some elusiveness there. Did I say Rankins? Either way, not first down, close to the first down, 3rd and 2. Trying to get the first down. We'll cut back in, and that's close, but they give it to us. So on 2nd and 10, we'll send some guys deep, but have Brown kind of chill underneath, and we'll actually for sure send Young on the wheel. Give us a couple different options. How about once again, Moore's going to have to come back for that one, but couldn't locate it. That'll be another interception on the day for this defense and for Kyler Murray. The hit that came in late kind of made that pass not go as far as was intended. Couldn't see who it was that laid the pressure there, but we had more open deep, but couldn't get the arm behind it. The way this defense has been playing, it could easily be a very much one-sided game. But instead, still just a touchdown separating these two teams. Is a good job there, number 11. But Peoples-Jones, yeah. He's able to squeeze it, get the catch on first down. 2nd and 3 following the gain of 7. We're going to send a little bit of a blitz, and it's going to hit home. Collins in the backfield, bringing down Watson, his first sack of the day, forcing another 3rd and long. This offense has weapons, but they just haven't been able to find any of them. It's Amari Cooper out on the outside. The offensive line has not held, and that was almost intercepted. Byron Murphy Jr. was sitting in his lap, but he couldn't find it, so he'll punt this one away once again. And it also ended the first quarter for us, so to start the second, let's run this one to the right-hand side. They move Myles Garrett over to the other side, and there's a huge hit from the linebacker. Myles Garrett scoops it, and the Browns will take over after one play. Hubbard got smacked. Just right down the middle and just speared in the gut. Ball comes out. You know that one had to have hurt. But they'll take over at the 24, their best field position so far. Despite not really being able to do much, they can easily about tie this game up. They have half a sack there for J.P. Richardson. Who else was back there? Of course, I don't get the instant replay after that. They'll come out, spread it wide this time. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And it will be a run down the middle. And we are there, Isaiah Oliver. Good tackle on Chubb in the backfield. Loss of 1. Actually, that might not have been a loss of 1. I don't remember how much they lost in the previous down. Either way, another 3rd and long for Watson and the Browns. We've been playing these all pretty similarly. They go underneath, easy tops, or easy knockaway, I should say. Isaiah Oliver once again. This time, at least, they're in field goal range. This would be about a 42-yarder. Can we get Parker off the edge? Not really. That one is up and right down the center. They'll get their first points on the board, but it's still a one-score game. So let's see if we could actually finally move the ball a little bit on offense. Come out RPO here. Toss this one out to the receiver screen. Marshall has a little bit of room to run and a bit, first down. That was Kyler's only 5th completed pass of the day. So kind of tells you what it looks like right now. As we'll throw this one outside again, get that nice screen block. 22 with a good pursuit will bring us down after a gain of 8. And on 2nd and short, we'll go with a run play this time, as we have trips to that left-hand side. Help try to bring out some of the guys from the middle. Give us a little bit of some easier running lanes. And I think the last time we ran this play, it was an interception, so let's not do that this time. Instead, underneath is Hollywood Brown for a gain of 7. And now we'll try to send more down the sideline in this kind of way, more to the outside rather than coming back towards the inside. Although not much developing there. How about Young? One-on-one. Almost gets the one-hand grab, but can't hold on. It was actually a pretty nicely thrown pass there from Kyler. Only one that was going to get a hand on it was Young, but just wasn't able to squeeze it. So I have a couple guys trailing underneath here, and I was hoping that was a stop route, but it wasn't. This would end up being a very long field goal attempt, or we would have to punt. So let's see what we could get here. Pass underneath, thrown behind, and basically another arm punt as Kyler throws his 3rd interception, 2nd INT of the day for Johnson. And he had Chuba Hubbard open. He had some defenders crashing, but if he threw that anywhere near on target, it wouldn't be that bad of a problem. Big hit there from Simmons, but first down gained Peoples-Jones. Got to feel bad for the defense here for the Cardinals. They have been fantastic, almost perfect, but yet their offense can't get anything done for him. Gardick gets shaken off, and there goes Cooper, breaks another tackle. Baker in pursuit, Thompson in pursuit, but a touchdown for the Browns, and they have the lead, despite not being able to do anything prior to that. Gotta blame Kyler here. And now our offense, who's had all the opportunity to get down the field and put up a lot of points, now find themselves trailing. We'll hand off this RPO. We've tossed it out majority of the game, but that time felt like it was right to go ahead and hand the ball off to Hubbard. As we will go with some more play action here. We maybe had a receiver break open late, but instead Kyler is going to hold on to it, get what he can, and actually fumble, but it goes out of bounds. I think this just might be one of those games that we have to get the ball out of Kyler's hands. He seems to be a turnover machine today, and not in a good way. Hand this one off down the middle. Or not down the middle, but kind of hand it off to the outside, but cut down the middle goes Young for the first down. And now looks like they're going to possibly bring a heavy blitz. So why don't we set up a receiver or running back screen pass here. Have a couple guys out to block, but no one goes to the outside, and Young will get what he can. Only a gain of 2. And we hit the 2-minute warning. 10-7 when it really should be like 48-3. And for our first play inside the 2-minute warning, let's go with a little bit of a stretch. Young has some room to run. Really solid run there. Good vision. Able to find the gap whenever it finally cropped up. We'll try to set up another screen, although they end up sending a guy over to that other side. So it worked for us on the last play. Let's go back to it. Try to set up another run. Young making some guys miss. We'll only end up getting 1, though. So on 2nd and 9, let's go back to the receiver screen pass over here. Let that develop a little bit. Then fire at Callahan. Get forward close. Stretches for it. Has the first. That's what we like to see. Do we go right back to it? Now they end up bringing some guys over. So let's have some guys go under. No, I didn't tell you to just flip the play. I wanted you to change the play. There we go. Works out better this way anyway. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Pass to the outside, caught Rondale Moore, then steps out of bounds. Stop the clock. Let us catch our breath. 40 seconds left. Still have all of our timeouts. Let's go with a stretch to the top here. Find the first gap, cut up. We'll get about a yard or so. Let's call a timeout. And on 3rd and 4, RPO, run to the right, or go with the receiver bubble. Let's go with that receiver bubble. Terrence Marshall with the first down. Gives us a little extra space there, an extra 2 yards. As we'll go with a quick play here. Have a couple different options. Didn't quite like it. Kyler Murray going to step up, has room to run, and he is in. We'll retake that lead, although it should be much larger at this point, but I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. We all know what's happened in this game, but Kyler Murray trying to step up and correct his mistakes here. And with us already having a field goal advantage with that touchdown, let's try to widen that lead to 5. make it at least a touchdown game, and can easily do so with that accurate pass to the outside. Rondale Moore, 2-point conversion, good. We'll take a 15-10 lead, hopefully into half. And the Browns will come out with a heavy set. We're still going to protect a little bit from the back end. Make sure we keep everyone in front. Good tackle there from Murphy in open field. They'll call a timeout. Now look for them to try to maybe go towards the sideline. They do have 2 timeouts though, so they don't have to. Try to get a pass rush going here, and we're not getting anything there. Watson going to scramble. Collins will come in, bring him down at about the 47. And with 2 seconds left, they'll send out the Hail Mary unit. Try to grab some late points before half. Nick Hale will sit back. They toss this one to the sideline. Just swat it away. Or, yeah, okay, he drops it at least. Head into halftime with that 15-10 game, but that first half, sloppy for both teams. Kyler Murray, the main guy for the Cards, but Browns not clean either. They did only have 1 turnover, but it felt like they had more. At least they just weren't playing very good. But let's check around the league, see what else is happening. Seahawks taking on the Steelers, and Steelers gets the victory. Seahawks dropped to 2-6 on the 27-19 game. Steelers only 3-6 though. Jags and Houston. How does this game end? Very much in the favor of Jags. 24-10. Texans drop to 1-7. And no more updates. Jump into this last screen, so feel free to pause it, look for your team, but let's jump on back into our game and try to win this second half. We will obviously be kicking this one away as we started the game with possession. So the Browns, great opportunity to try to grab back the lead. As it doesn't look like that one will be returnable, they'll need it. And to start this second half, we saw Melvin Scott play pretty well last week, so we're going to give him a shot this drive, see if he makes much of an impact. Chubb tried to find the cutback, and he does. Breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races. Melvin Scott in pursuit. Nick Hale as well breaks that tackle still despite having no stamina. Down to the 19. First big play, or I guess second big play for the Browns today. And that's why you have to wrap up, and even if you think a teammate is wrapped up, you still got to pursue. Try to send Buka. Wow, Buda Baker is apparently Buka. Try to send him on an edge blitz. Doesn't work. First down gained again. And now the Browns primed to take the lead once again. They come out with a weak I formation. Let's crunch down this line here. Try to help us out a little bit, and it kind of does. Big hit there from Collins. Knocks down Chubb at the 5. And on 2nd and goal, we're going to come out with trips to that right-hand side. Let's slide the D-line that way as well. Try to sit in the middle here with Simmons, but left wide open is Pettis to give the Browns a second lead in this game. And just as we went for it, they're going to go for it to try to make it a field goal game. Let's make a quick audible here. Didn't like the way we were lined up. And a good stop there in the middle. J.P. Richardson fights through and finds Watson to bring him down. A 1-point game. So let's come out here on offense with a plan. And that plan is no more turnovers in the second half. Rondale Moore will get the jet sweep and maybe about a gain of 1. Since Kyler Murray is having issues today, seems like we need to find creative ways to spread the ball around. And luckily we have creative people to do so. So on 3rd and 3, we go with another jet sweep this time. Hollywood Brown try to utilize that speed, stretch to the outside, get the first. An extra few yards, wow. But with that fresh set of downs, we'll drop back shotgun. Go with a little bit of a read option here. Try to get Kyler off the edge with plenty of space. No one should be touching him on this play. Scamper forward for about a gain of 15. Nice play design there. Maybe Kyler can run a little bit for us today, but probably not go with any sort of passing as we just passed, and that one could have been bad. But the safety, maybe corner, just about a step too late. We'll get the first down with Rondale Moore. And since this formation has been working, let's stay in it. We will slide Johnson down as a bit of a pullback block, but ends up almost taking out Hubbard, so maybe not a great play. So let's come out instead with a little bit of RPO then. Hand that one off, try to cut up as soon as we can. Hubbard with a little bit of power. Drags the big number 98. And on 3rd and 2, power full house set. 2 tight ends and the fullback in the backfield to run this one right down the middle, and a really nice play from 28. forces the stuff, 4th and inches. But we're not leaving the field. Offense, goal line set. Hand this one off to Juwan Johnson down the middle. We'll fight forward, but a flag is down. And on Elton Jenkins will force us to kick the field goal. A 49-yarder for Sanders. The snap is back, hold down, kick is up, and that one's headed down, right down the middle. Give us a 2-point lead. So once again, the Browns are set to try to answer. In only that 2-point game, not even 2-score. I wish it was a 2-score game. But we'll find Chubb. That was who it was on the 6-yard pass. We're going to give Melvin Scott another set of downs, another drive here. See what he can do. They're going to come out with a heavy set. Stretch, not spread to the top. Breaking tackles as Chubb getting close to the first. Gain of 3. And on 3rd and 1, let's try to bring a bit of a safety blitz here. Thompson off the edge, and they go with a run. If it was a read option and Watson kept it, it would have been good, but instead, Chubb taking this one all the way to the house. No one was catching him that time. So far, first half, dead nothing. No one doing anything. Second half, it's a shootout apparently now. Hubbard down the middle, get forward for a gain of 6. Now on the 2nd and 4, go back to that read option. Maybe toss it to the outside. Let's see what Garrett does. He sits in, so let's hand one off to Hubbard. Will give us a free first down. We'll take it. And I shouldn't say free first down. It was actually really good blocking up front for us. See if we can continue that throughout this game. Juwan Johnson gets nice separation. Pass lofted in there perfectly. If only we could have broke away from him, but 14 gets the open field tackle. And that's how we will head into the 4th. 23-18. Close battle here today. And as we start the 4th quarter, we'll continue to sprinkle in some run, at least traditional run, with some of our read option, some of our RPO. And of course, can't forget about some jet sweeps. Try to utilize some of the speed we have in the running back and receiver group. And no one decides to block Garrett, the number 1 guy we should be blocking. It's a bold strategy, Cotton, but don't think it's the right one. Let's try to go. No, nice job from the running back. And there's nothing left. And a fumble from Kyler Murray. How about a 4th and forever? Well, now we're really going to be relying on our defense to make a play here. We need to get the ball back and get the ball into the end zone as quickly as possible. And I thought that might have been it. Watson holds on to it. And he will actually scoop forward for a gain of 4. Send the double A-gap blitz here on 2nd and 6. Try to get someone off the edge. And no one does. Instead, another big hit. But they hold on to it. Cooper with the first. You just know that this defense is very pissed at the offense. Rightfully so. As they go down the middle, Chubb will stretch it a little bit for a gain of 5. He has 149 rushing yards today. And an empty set here for the Browns. We're going to need to drop out, make sure we cover some guys. And Oliver, a step too late to get back to it. Cooper with another first. At least this time they're not in an empty set, so I feel a little bit more comfortable going with the double A-gap blitz here. We need to hit home. Find some ways to get a sack, and Watson will spin around and throw this one away. He was still in the pocket, so you could argue for intentional grounding because there was not a receiver in the area. But assuming they were saying Chubb was. We'll send the double A-gap blitz once again. Gardick off the edge. Quick pass. Knocked away. And on 3rd and 10, defense needs the stop. Can we find a way to get back there? Had a free rusher down the middle, but a great pickup by the running back. First down to number 89 in plus territory. It is currently a 5-point game, so we could allow a field goal. We would just have to hit the 2-point conversion to send it into OT. Otherwise, we're going to need our defense to make a play here. And they're going deep. Nick Hale gets the INT, keeping us alive in this game exactly when I was needing it. When we were needing it. Nick Hale, the rookie safety, making plays. Now can Kyler make the plays and help lead this team down the field to get a touchdown on the board? Setting up the receiver screen. Good blocking will set up the outside. Callahan gets the first down to up to the 35. I would imagine Cleveland would try to bring the pressure because when they've gotten it, Kyler has thrown some really bad passes. So we'll see if they try to dial that up. We're going to try to bring up some screens to see if we could beat it. Only a gain of 1 on the running back screen. We'll go into hurry up offense. Go down the middle, Young. Not great blocking there from Hudson. You got to go get the block. So on 3rd and 6, have a couple different options. We're going to change it to the slant routes. Please provide some deeper potential. And a sack once again. We had some open guys, but just didn't have the time. But 4th and 10 at the 35. Do you risk going for it here, or do you punt it and hope your defense gets the stop? Well, Madden says go for it. And who am I to disagree? Hard count, no one jumps. So we're going to need to find an open receiver. We had Rondale Moore and instead tipped and intercepted once again. 4 INTs on the day for Kyler. He is gifting this game to the Browns. And now we need our defense to get that stop. They'll go with a stretch to the top. We have a couple guys in pursuit. We'll bring him down. First timeout called. 2nd down, they'll go with a spread look. And there's, I almost said Oliver, it's Collins. Nice stop in the backfield. 2nd timeout called. And now on 3rd and 1. What do the Browns do? Do they pass it? Try to get the first. That's what it's looking like. Try to leave some guys open underneath, but they go to the outside. Caught. 1st down. Final timeout has to be used there. They could kneel this game out. We had 2 guys covering 1 receiver. Left the other one wide open, and that one will cost us. We could have easily won this game on it. We could potentially still win this game, as it looks like they might still be passing. I would assume they would hand it off at least. If we could force a fumble, it would be huge. I'm going to send one of their receivers in motion. Hand this one off. Chubb down the middle. Still running, still stumbling. No fumble. And now under 30 seconds. CPU is dumb enough to still punt the ball, but we'll see if they do. One last need there from Watson. They have a 5-point victory if they don't do anything dumb. And if they don't snap the ball, then they're fine. I don't think they're going to. Nope. Kyler Murray. Nice, wrapted, gifted present with a bow on top. Defense is not going to be happy after that. And don't get me wrong, defense gave up some plays. Mostly in the rushing department. But 5 takeaways. All Kyler Murray. He had what, 4 interceptions and a fumble? He gifted this game away. And the icing on the cake, because Madden is broken, I have to switch controllers because the battery is low. New controller apparently signs you out of your profile, and you lose all progress. I will force a loss here in this game, which will be good for Kyler Murray's stats, maybe, but just, that was awful. Awful game from Kyler Murray. And some things, poor choices from me. No, I understand that, but also just Kyler Murray just played so bad when it was a home win. So we'll force that, and I think we just need to send to the next week. I haven't had to do it this way. I actually found out about that just while scrolling through the menus. So we'll sim on over to next week, and it should be a loss in this game. If not, I'll come back and try it again. But it does end up being a loss still, and still was a close game, 29-26, so at least is similar, but now there's an injury. Who is injured? Kingsley Keke. Okay, he's a backup rotational guy for us. 6 weeks, it sucks, but we have quite a good haul of defensive linemen. So unfortunately, Keke's injured. Luckily, it's not anyone major since no one was injured in the actual game. But either way, really poor game. 2nd loss of the season. And you just felt like it was going to be when we kept getting stopped, turnover on defense, and then the offense just did nothing the entire first half. Then it turned into a little bit of a shootout, but Kyler didn't have it in him today. He's still a highly rated quarterback, which is why we gave him the new contract. But we're still at the top of the NFC West, and that's what matters most, because as long as we win that, we're in the playoffs. We're 6-2. Next best team is the 49ers at 5-4, and that's who we play next episode. So, not every episode will have all the turnovers. So if you're not subscribed, don't worry. Not every episode is as bad as that one was, at least with how the team played. So if you're not subscribed and you want to see if we could bounce back, make sure you do hit that subscription button down below and tick that little bell icon so that you're notified of when these videos are posted. This series, Traditional Cardinals Franchise, posted every Monday and Thursday, with the state-only challenge currently being Florida, posted on Wednesday and Saturday. A lot coming to the channel with those 4 videos every week, and not trying to spoil anything, but depending on what happens with the Florida-only challenge this week, we might have even more videos coming. So make sure you check out that video so you can help out on getting more videos on this channel. But until next time, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.
How it's supposed to feel.